Okay, so this is the first guitar lesson in many, and really all this is me telling you what the lesson is going to be about. I'm going to be teaching you the major scale, and then eventually down the line the minor scale. I might go into teaching you guys the pentatonics, but the real reason for me to do this is to increase your speed. And I'm doing it as well. So it's not just me telling you, hey, go do this and you'll get faster. This is me doing it with you. I'm going to be giving you like assignments every week. And I'm going to be doing it as well. I'm trying to increase my speed. And the best way for you to learn is to teach. And for me, for instance, I do already know my modes. I'm working on putting them in little patterns. But in terms of, okay, Lydian has a sharp 4, Mixolydian has a flat 7, the Aeolian scale is just the minor scale, and I already know what the minor scale is. I do already know it. I know my pentatonics in all 5 positions. So all I'm going to be doing is telling you that and giving it to you for you to learn, and also giving you what tempo to play it at, because we're going to be using a metronome. And in some lessons we will, of course, I'll like turn on the metronome and we'll play along with it. Now I'm going to be starting us off at 30 beats per minute because it is nice and slow. And everyone can, just about everyone can work with that. And it's not just like it's going to be 30 beats per minute throughout the whole thing. The thing is going to increase by 5 every week. And while you might be like, 5, that's slow. I can already play at 150. I can already play at 215. Okay, but 215th at 8th notes, it's very different from 215 at 16th notes and sextuplets, which is what I'm hoping to get us all up to. In fact, how fast does this metronome go? Wrong one. In fact, for Apple users, the one that I use on my iPhone, it goes all the way up to 220 beats with 16th notes. This one I have over here on my Android device goes up to, wow, 240 beats per minute with the subdivision of a possible 16th note centuplet, which would sound like this. So by all means, if you can already play at this, leave the video now. If you can play it that clean, of course. If not, you might as well just stay. The app I'm using on Android is called Best Metronome, simply because it's, number one, it was the only one I looked for, but number two, it already subdivides for you, which is beautiful. Whereas on Apple, I found an app called Touch Tempo. It also does subdivide, but it doesn't subdivide into 16th note sextuplets. It goes down to 16 notes. So that is actually all that we're going to be doing in this. I'm going to increase your speed while I increase my speed so that you can see how to practice it. I want to say do it for at least 10 minutes a day on each thing. And once you get comfortable, then you can move up. So I want you guys to start off at 30 beats per minute, being a quarter note every beat. So that would be like this. 3, 4. All that is eighth notes, one note per beat. And that's what I want you guys to start off with. 30 beats per minute, one note per beat. And then, as we continue with this, while the speed is going to be continuing by 5, up is going to be increased by 5. Over the week, I want you to get accustomed to 30 beats per minute on eighth notes. And then I want you to move it. I want you to get accustomed to 30 beats per minute, I'm sorry. And then I want you to go into subdivision and do it by eighth notes. So now you're playing 30 beats per minute with eighth notes, which sounds like this. Doesn't sound like much, still sounds kind of slow if you're used to playing at faster tempos. If you're not, it sounds incredibly fast. Afterwards, I want you to then move it up to triplets. Eighth note triplets at 30 beats per minute. Faster. Then I want you to go on and move it up. And this is as far as I'm going to take you guys for now. 16th notes at 30 beats per minute. It's very fast. And then if that's going to be your assignment for the week, and then in the next week, we will increase the tempo by 5 and do it again. I want you to be comfortable with at least getting up to 16th notes. If you feel that you can, feel free to go above that. Keeping it at the same tempo, but like on my Android device. Like on my Android device, I can go up to 16th note quintuplets and then 16th note sextuplets. So, by all means, if you feel you can continue, do that. But don't try to leave the rest of the pack. My end goal for all of us would be 16th notes at 220 beats per minute. If you have an Android device and you're using this app, which is simply called Best Metronome, which subdivides for you, it goes up to 240 beats per minute with 16th note sextuplets. That is incredibly fast. All right, get on to the next lesson where I will be teaching you the major scale.